Hey guys, Sandy here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Follow a Sketch February. It is February 2nd. Today's sketch is this one right here. It is from Creative Memories. And it calls for 3 photos, a big old journaling spot right here. I am going to actually use 4 photos and still have journaling, but probably not that large. I am using that kit. And then I've also pulled in some other things not from that kit, the florals and the ribbon right here, but these are from that kit. These are my photos. So let's see what I can do. All right, guys, so I have decided that I am going to use this silver and teal striped paper. This is from Echo Park, and I'm going to use that for the striped portion of my layout. Now, I am going to make my dimensions a little bit different than what the layout up here has, and I'm also going to make the sketch work for me. So I figure that this is a good time to tell you you don't have to follow the sketches exactly if you don't want to. Of course, you can do that. I just want you to have the permission, because sometimes we need a little bit of permission in our lives, to do what you want. Right? Like, that is my whole scrapbooking mantra, you guys. If you've stuck around this channel long enough, you'll hear me go along on a soapbox rant about scrapbooking and doing what you want and using sketches to further your creativity and not stifle it. So say you see a sketch on here one day and you hate it, well then don't use it. Do something else. Skip it. Don't do that day at all. Find a different sketch or find something on the sketch that you do like. Say you really like the little border and cluster on the bottom third of this page. Say that's the only thing you really like about the sketch. Then use that. You don't have to do anything you don't want to do. So I wanted to put that out there pretty soon. Did not do it yesterday. At least I don't think I did it yesterday when we did Follow Sketch February kickoff was live. Now, as you can see, making this work for me. My photos, I am not cutting down. I am leaving 2 of these at 4x6, and then I cut down one of the photos to a smaller square. Now, this isn't what is called for in the sketch. The sketch obviously has 3 photos that are the same size all the way across the bottom of the layout. But like I said, not working for me. The amount of striped paper should also be longer. But like I said, wasn't working for me. So I am making this sketch work for me. Now, this is a trip to Harmony, California that we took. And they had a good amount of cows plastered around that tiny little town that I think 18 people officially reside in. And that is okay, right? Like, 18 people in a town. It was an awesome little town. If you ever have the opportunity to go there, you definitely should. The little food truck was phenomenal. They have a big old pottery kind of store, which had amazing things in it. We bought some mugs and a plate for Alex, and the mugs were for us, the plate was for him. They had this beautiful glass store where they did glass blowing and beads and jewelry and all these things, and there was this one piece of artwork up there, and we regret not getting it. It was expensive, but there's some regret on not getting that. People actually rent out that whole town for weddings. It's kind of crazy. And then up on the hill, they have the Harmony Cellars, and that is a winery, and it is a very small winery. But you sit up on the hill and you overlook, the countryside, and it's just beautiful. It's so relaxing and so much fun. Definitely would recommend it and would go back, right? Like 10 out of 10, 10 stars, fabulous, A++, all the good things. So that is what these photos are from. And yeah, now I am just starting to decorate a little bit. And again, my decorations are they're not going to be exactly what is called for in the layout, in the sketch rather. because there has to be a balance, right? Like there has to be a balance of what the sketch is and what you like. So if you absolutely adore a sketch and it's like your favorite thing in the world and you love everything about it, you love the placement and everything, then yeah, you're going to go for it. In this case, I'm making it work for me. And I know I've already said that, but it took me a long time to get to the place where I felt like I could scrapbook the way I want it to, and I didn't have to apologize for it, and I didn't have to explain it away. And that was like a very personal journey that I went through. And when I went through this and when I was discovering myself and, my creative voice in my scrapbooks, there really weren't a lot of people saying scrapbook however you want to. There were a lot of people saying, do this, do that, follow this rule, do this. And I just was not here for it, you guys, right? Like I was not here for it. And I kind of just said, screw you and you and you and you. And I'm going to do what I want. And I'm going to try all the things. And I'm going to find out the things I like. I'm going to find out the things I don't like. And if there are things that I like, I'm going to keep on doing them. If things that I don't like, I'll try it again just to make sure. Like maybe it was a one-off and it just wasn't something I just totally got the first time. But then if it's not, then it's gone, right? Like it's not going to be something I do. And that's how I am living my scrappy life right now, and super excited and thrilled with what I'm creating and how much I'm creating and all of the things. So I want you guys to get there to that place too. This is a gold bow, and I do back it with some black cardstock, and I'm going to place it down here on the photo. And what I'm really trying to do is I have this really bold strip of black straight across the layout right here. And what I want to do is make that not look like it's sticking out like a sore thumb, right? Like I want to make it look like it belongs there. So I am introducing other bits of black to this layout as well. One of the things I'm going to do is add on this black doily. Now this is a slightly different shade of black than the black ribbon thing that I got going across there, but that does not bother me, right? Colors are close enough. So I'm not stressing about it. I'm going to go ahead and get my word back down there. It says cute. And then I figure I can probably actually go ahead and make my title. And the title is going to be Cow Cute. It's a play off of How Cute, since there are so many cows. However, I did not really like the way I have the title on here, right? Like it just doesn't work. Right? Like I'm just not pleased with it. So I'm going to adjust. I'm going to take those letters and that exclamation point off because like I said, it didn't really work. And I'm going to find something else to kind of give that cow word a little bit more weight. And that is because they are very thin letter sticker and they kind of got lost on that decorative bit of the doily right there. So I'm going to bring in some labels and things. And labels are one of my favorite things to decorate with. They can be a base for letters. They can be a base for embellishment. They could just be embellishment for themselves. They're great layering pieces. They just give you all the good things, right? So I am doing that. I've gone ahead and got the word cow over top of the one label that is layering on top of yet another one. And we're going to go for 3 because why not? Like it's working. Right? These labels labeling, no, Sandy. These labels layering over top of each other make me happy, right? Like I am just pleased as punch with it, and it's what I'm going for. So now I'm going to go in, and at first I thought I was going to use some blue flowers to play on the teal and stuff that was going in there. So not like navy blue, but like this matching blue. However, I decided that in this case, I wanted to bring in more black flowers instead of the teal ones. Now, you might be thinking, Sandy, black flowers, are you serious right now? You darn right I'm serious right now. I think it's perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and figure out where I want them to go. I'm just going to kind of let them hang out on the page. And while I am looking for other things, I'm looking for things to put in the center of the flowers. I'm kind of letting this sit here and just kind of sit, right? Like it's just sitting. I'm like, is this the direction I want to go? And I do decide, yes, this is the direction I want to go. So I'm going to get my labels all figured out. I'm going to get them layered up nicely and placed over top of the doily. And what that's also going to do is kind of break up the stripes a tiny little bit. It might just be two colors, but it is a lot of bold, shiny silver on there. So breaking it up is perfect. And no, I do not mind that I'm mixing my metals. There's even a Christmas song about it, guys. Silver and gold, silver and gold. Like, I don't care if my metals are mixed. There are some specific circumstances where I'm like, nope, just this one metallic. But in this case, it's not a big deal to me. So I'm going to go ahead and get some centers in these florals, and I am using brads. And you guys, I love me some brads. They are still probably one of my favorite things in my scrapbook room. I might not use them on every layout, but they are a favorite to use. And you can say that something is your favorite even if you don't use it on every single layout, right? Like sometimes it is not the right product for what you got going on. So anyway, I am going to go ahead and put centers in all of the flowers here. I'm going ahead and using a pokey tool, and this is an ultimate pokey tool. My friend Sharon gave it to me, and it works so beautifully. It's got the pokey tool on one end, and it's got the little thing, the little bender thingy, thingamabobby. I don't know what it's called, but you bend down your brad tines with it, and you kind of press them down, and it holds them down there. So super, super excited for that. I'm going to go ahead and get all of these brads in here. And yes, I am poking through paper. I'm poking through photos. It doesn't really bother me. I don't really care what happens to the albums after I'm gone, right? And who knows if the children will even want this page or any of the other pages that I make. It's fine, right? I don't care. You want it, all yours. You don't, no worries. So if you're thinking, oh, Sandy, don't poke holes through your photos. Like, I don't care. I really, really don't. I am going to put washi tape on the back of this layout where all the brad tines are and where my fabric kind of wraps around. And that is for a couple of reasons. One, I don't want, while I'm working on it, anything to catch back there. I don't want to poke myself or anything like that. And also, I do not scrap chronologically anymore. I used to. That was a very rigid, hard rule I had, and I got rid of that. As I'm moving pages in and out of the page protector, I don't want this backside of this page to ruin any other pages. So putting the washi tape over top of any kind of lumps and bumps and things like that helps you be able to move your pages around in your album. Now, if you are not a mover arounder of pages in your album, or you're not worried about any kind of damage, then, you know, go right ahead and not washi the back of your layouts. But for me, it is pretty important. I'm going to go ahead and put a couple of these love hearts around just to wrap this layout up. And then this is going to do it for this layout, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for joining along for Follow a Sketch February. If you haven't already, go ahead and join the Scrapping Reflections Facebook group. All of the sketches are posted in there, and I am loving everything that everyone is posting already. It is so amazing to see everyone's interpretation of the sketches, and I'm so looking forward to the rest of the month. So that's going to do it for this layout, you guys. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you guys again real soon for another video.